Did Mr. Depp push you in any way down the stairs?
No. He never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs.
The greatest controversy ever witnessed by the mass during this year of 2022 has to be the Johnny versus Amber court trials, consisting of constant back and forth arguments, false accusations, and of course, a lot of objection hearsay. While on the side of an innocent Johnny Depp seemed to be no one in the beginning, but as it turns out, he had a lot of people who truly love, care, respect, and know the true Johnny Depp. So today, folks, we will be going through a list made of those legendary people. Let's hop directly into it, shall we? But before that, we are gonna have to ask you to absolutely destroy that subscribe button and to leave a like and share this video while you are at it. Do remember to turn on post notifications so that you can be notified when our next great video drops. Okay, so without further ado, let's start, but firstly with a small recap. Now, the defamation trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard has been one of the most talked about news stories in recent years. In a 2018 Washington Post op-ed, Depp sued Heard for $50 million for purportedly indicating he assaulted her. Although she didn't name him, he says that her charges harmed his capacity to work, although an expert testifying in the trial last week claimed that Depp's career was unaffected by the op-ed. Heard had filed a countersuit accusing Depp of launching a smear campaign against her and characterized his own case as abuse and harassment. The jury announced their findings on Wednesday, June 1, concluding that Heard had defamed Depp on all three charges. She was ordered to pay him $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. Heard's lawsuit deemed to be partially successful, and she was given $2 million in compensatory damages but no punitive damages. But throughout the entire trial period, he seems to have had a whole roster of personalities in support of him, including Depp's ex-girlfriends Winona Ryder and Kate Moss, as well as actor Javier Bardem and music artist Sia, and all of them have expressed this support publicly. Depp was observed hanging out with Sam Fender in Newcastle on the eve of the verdict, with a UK singer referring to Depp as one of his heroes. Here's a rundown of some of the most famous people that have spoken out in support of Depp, along with what they said. Number 1. Winona Ryder. Depp's ex-partner and Edward Scissorhands co-star Ryder submitted a statement in his defense while Depp was involved in a libel case against British newspaper The Sun, after being branded as a wife-beater in an article. I understand that it is very important for him to talk about my experience, although I was not there in his marriage to Amber. My experience was totally different. I felt very surprised, confused, and upset when I heard the allegations against him. The idea that he is an incredibly violent person is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved, she said. He was never violent towards me. He has never been violent or abusive towards anybody I have seen. Number 2. Javier Bardem. Bardem and Depp have worked together on the films Before Night Falls in 2000 and Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales in 2017. He backed the actor in the defamation trial in 2020, writing in documents seen by People magazine. I love Johnny. He has always been a true gentleman and an extremely generous and caring friend to my family and myself. On top of that, I've had the gift of working with him twice and have experienced his respectful attitude towards every single member of the crew, alongside his unique and hilarious sense of humor. He continues to say, I stand by Johnny because I have always seen and felt the true caring and loving man in him, an extraordinary and unique artist who has listened to anyone who needed his help. I not only love Johnny, but respect him deeply, and I thank him for being the free and careless little boy he is in his art, and the mature and loving man he is in the lives of others, always there when we need him. Bardem claimed that Depp was a good human being who was trapped in the lies and manipulation of toxic beings. Number 3. Penelope Cruz. Penelope Cruz, who is married to Javier Bardem and co-starred with Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, also filed a deposition in Depp's defense. She wrote that Depp treated her with sweetness, protection, and kindness during their time on Pirates when she was pregnant. I've seen Johnny in so many situations, and he is always kind to everyone around. He is one of the most generous people I know, she said. The actress claims to have had their first exchange of introductions when the actress was just a mere 19 years old and even considers Depp a good friend. How sweet. Number 4. Sia. In a tweet sent out in 2020, musician Sia expressed her support for Depp, writing, "Just showing my public support for Johnny Depp. I mean, I'd love him to get clean and stop with the jewelry, but he is clearly the victim after hearing those tapes," in reference to the tapes that have been played at Johnny Depp's libel trial at the Royal Courts of Justice in London. Number 5. Eva Green. Eva Green, who co-starred with Depp in 2012's Dark Shadows, took to Instagram to express her support for Depp during his defamation trial in the United States. "I have no doubt Johnny will emerge with his good name and wonderful heart revealed to the world, and life will be better than it ever was for him and his family," she wrote in the caption. Number 6. Vanessa Paradis. Vanessa Paradis, a former lover of Depp's, has written in support of the actor during his libel action in the United Kingdom in 2020. "I have known Johnny for more than 25 years. We've been partners for 14 years, and we raised our 2 children together," she wrote. "Through all these years, I've known Johnny to be a kind, attentive, generous, and non-violent person and father. On movie sets, the actors, directors, and the entire crew adore him because he is humble and respectful to everyone, as well as being one of the best actors we've seen. I am aware of the allegations which Amber Heard has publicly accused Johnny of for more than 4 years now." The writing continues with her saying that "This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, I can say he was never violent or abusive to me. I have seen that these outrageous statements have been really distressing and also caused damage to his career because unfortunately, people have gone on believing these false facts." Number 7. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne, a British-American television personality, says that she supports Johnny, but also said, "It takes 2 for tango. I think they had a vulnerable relationship. Both are bad for each other. She gave what she received. I have no idea who did what, but I know the 2 of them drank and it was a toxic relationship." Number 8. J.K. Rowling. Rowling's character Grindelwald plays a huge role in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, but this character is portrayed by our same Captain Jack Sparrow. Rowling writes on her website, "The huge, mutually supportive community that has grown up around Harry Potter is one of the greatest joys of my life. For me personally, the inability to speak openly to fans about this issue has been difficult, frustrating, and at times painful. However, the agreements that have been put in place to protect the privacy of 2 people, both of whom have expressed a desire to get on with their lives, must be respected." She makes clear her opinion on Johnny and his casting, as well as his role, which she says right after, "Based on our understanding of the circumstances, the filmmakers and I are not only comfortable sticking with our original casting, but genuinely happy to have Johnny playing a major character in the movies." Number 9. Kate Moss. British supermodel Kate Moss has testified that her ex-boyfriend Johnny Depp never abused her. According to Amber Heard, Johnny apparently pushed Kate Moss down the stairs, but what actually happened was much different. Kate Moss herself says, "We were leaving the room and Johnny left the room before I did. There had been a rainstorm. As I left the room, I slid down the stairs and I hurt my back," Moss explained on Wednesday, May 25, referring to a past trip to a resort in Jamaica. She continued, "I screamed because I didn't know what happened to me and I was in pain. He came running back to help me and carried me to my room and got me medical attention. He never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs." Number 10. Helena Bonham Carter. It's no secret that Carter and Depp have a close relationship. Depp is the godfather to Carter's children, with visionary director Tim Burton, who is also a favorite colleague of his. The 2 have also previously collaborated on blockbuster films such as Alice in Wonderland and Sweeney Todd. She says, "There's something quite old-fashioned about Johnny. With these manners, none of it makes sense. But the man's not stupid. He wouldn't have gone to this length if he thought he was in the wrong." Now, it's not just famous celebrities who support Depp. There are also some companies and of course all his fans. Actually, on the topic of companies, Dior, a French luxury fashion house, has always stuck with Johnny no matter what controversy surrounding his name has arisen. In fact, one of Depp's spokesmen complimented the brand for sticking with him throughout the entire ordeal. The person said, "He knows that Dior, in particular, has been steadfast and unwavering in its support, and he will always be grateful to them and to all those who have supported him through the sales on his behalf." Well, folks, Johnny, it seems, has an army of people willing to go to great extents to protect his name and him. Whether it's colleagues, a book writer, or a company, Johnny has them and the truth on his side. The loss that he experienced as a result of these trials is clearing up soon, and we might see more of the actor in cinemas soon. And that brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button and leave a like. Don't forget to check the channel out for more great content and turn on post notifications to know about the next time we drop another amazing news video. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye!